Peace. I'm back again. I just wanted to talk a little bit about something that's been on my mind and that's been kind of an interesting thought for me. But why am I here? Why am I doing this? Right? I come on here and I do these videos and I have moments of thinking, okay, I get overwhelmed with life really. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll get back to it. Nobody's watching anyway. And then I think to myself, okay, well, it doesn't make a difference if anybody's watching, because my God have specifically told me that it doesn't make a difference if anybody's watching. And when you, like I was just talking about in the last reading, that when you have when you talk with your team, your spiritual team, or the people around you who know you closest, but I work with a spiritual team and they know me, so it's my family, and then it's beyond my family, and so it's how they approach me in certain situations. So for them, it doesn't make a difference if anybody's watching, right? What makes a difference is the message, and it's the fact that the energy is coming out of my mouth. And so through coming out of my mouth, not only am I putting the energy out there into the universe, I'm speaking it into existence, but I'm also healing myself through speaking it. I'm healing myself through hearing it, hearing me say it, and going back, and maybe I might go back and rewatch it, and I think to myself, that's what I'm going through. Because what I'm talking about now, I consider myself a spiritual being on a spiritual journey, and you are as well. If you're here with me, we're all spiritual beings on spiritual journeys. Some of us are more dedicated to it than others, and some have no interest, right? But for me, I have a deep interest in it, and this is how I live my life. I'm not always in a state of meditation. I'm a goofball. I like to have fun, so I like to just chill out, realistically. But my life is always in a state of spiritual evolution, where this is what's important to me. Talking to my mother in spirit, in dream form, or communicating with my grandmother, feeling her energy around me when they're available to be near me. That's what's important to me. That's more important to me than playing around and going here and going there. I'm not the type of person to really be too many places. I'm really not. When I was younger, I used to feel bad about that because I was never anywhere. And people, where are you? I never hear from you. You never call. You never this. And it's not my person. It's not my nature. I'm quiet. I talk when need be, but I found and I've accepted myself as I've gotten older that my gift and my work comes from me being somewhat cocooned and somewhat able to retreat into myself and have quiet time. Because my life is built on listening. It's listening so that I can talk, or it's listening so that I can write and relay messages. I'm a channel. And what that means is when I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm talking to you and I'm saying things that I know, but I'm talking to you about things that they've put in my heart to say. And I communicate it in a way that I understand it, and I communicate in a way that I hope that you would understand it. But the thing has been put into my heart. And so it's been this battle with my guides lately where I'm not seeing anything. And that's been the thing I've been telling them, you have these ideas for me, but what do I see? What do I see? I don't see anything. And that's the thing that comes with spiritual work. And I think about my mother, who was a serious spiritual worker. She did Reiki, and she did massage, but she just was an extremely spiritual woman. She worked with the ancestral realm, and that's how I learned, and that's how I knew that, that the ancestral realm wasn't just there to in memory. It was there in work, and there in continued work. So me talking to you right now is me continuing her work. And I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it. My grandmother as well, highly spiritual woman. My grandmother, highly religious woman. Grandfather, highly religious. So, and just both of them, my grandmother and my grandfather loved Jesus, loved the Most High. My mother loved the Most High. So, but I'm telling you this because, how did I get on this? I don't know. But these people are with me still. They know me. They know how I get discouraged. They know that I'm going to stop, that I might stop doing it. They know that I might get in a situation where work might overtake any type of spiritual thing and I'll be working and that'll be it. They know that I get too serious. They know that I'm extremely playful and I'm childlike, and they like to bring that back to me a lot. So they know these things about me, and they have to work with me in the ways in which they know me, if that makes any sense. And this is me talking to you and telling you about those who are around you in the spirit realm as well. If you work with spirit, they know us. When I'm going through difficult times, they like to tell me their messages is to listen to music. I listen to music. Music is something for me that is very healing. I usually have it, if I'll have it playing. If I'm out and about, I'll have my headphones on. But sometimes I'm just like, the music is not going to cut it. Okay, you know, I know you like to distract me with the music, and lots of times there's messages in the music. I was like, okay, I get the messages, I've heard it, you know. Stevie Wonder, Don't You Worry About a Thing. I'm so glad you said that to me, Mom. I love that song, right? Everything's Gonna Be Alright, Bob Marley. What is it? Three Little Birds, Bob Marley. Okay, there's more songs than that. There's plenty of songs, right? So, you know, you'll get these messages, and then sometimes it's like, okay, I get it, you know, but what's going on? You know, where's the results? You want me to do the work, but who's hearing it? Who's hearing it? And this works for any type of media, whatever you do. You can be an artist, you know. Who's buying my paintings? Who's buying my book? Who's coming to my readings? Who's coming? Whatever. It's just all of it. But the thing about it is, and this is what I've realized, because that's that whole reading that we did the other day when Spirit came out and said trust, and the reading today was like trust, because it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to think too much about Spirit. I'm going to continue to do things in accordance to my Spirit, but I'm going to do things for me, right? And I think that's another thing to kind of look at it. I look back on these videos and I think to myself, nobody's really listening. And if people are coming across it, I don't even know if they are really understanding what I'm talking about. I hope they do. But when I look back on them, I like them, right? I not only like what I have to say, and this is not in a vain, I'm not being vain about it, okay? I'm the least vain person. I like to look nice and all those type of things, but I don't go around thinking that this or that. But I look back on the videos and I like it. I like what I have to say. And I think to myself, that made sense. Like, for once, that made sense. I like what she's saying. I like what she has to say. She looks nice. I like that outfit. So it's those things where doing things that don't bring you any type of necessarily financial gain, any type of recognition, we have to get out this idea that we're doing things for for that. Because sometimes in life, when it comes to spiritual work and when it comes to callings and purposes, it's not going to be that, right? Sometimes we have to do it because we love to see ourselves doing it. We have to do it because we love how we look when we do it. Because we fall in love with ourselves when we're doing what we want to do and when we're doing what we're called to do. And somebody might look at you and be like, person crazy as that she's saying some crazy shit, right? So people might look at you and be like, she's off the wall, or strange. But if you feel good and you're strange, if you feel good and you're off the wall, if you're more yourself than you've ever been when you're strange, and I'm not talking about schizophrenia or anything like that, something that requires a diagnosis, I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about when you're being free and when you're being yourself and when you're moving with that spirit coming and speaking through you. Right now, this is Spirit speaking through me. This is how I communicate, right? And so when you're communicating and you're being authentic and you're showing yourself and that's it. That's the gift. That's the reward. That's it. And so when you can look back on that work that you created in that space, and you can look back and look at those words that you wrote in that space, or that book that you wrote, or that sculpture, or I don't know, just put it there, put it in your life with whatever you do. It doesn't have to be artistic. It could be whatever. But when you look back on it and you think about yourself in that space and you smile, you love yourself, right? We're here to love ourselves. And like I said, not in a fake way, not in a superficial way. The world will tell you to love yourself in a superficial way. That's not how you do it. You don't love yourself by wanting to be somebody else. You don't love yourself by chasing what somebody else has, by looking at what somebody has in this magazine, by wanting to plump yourself up, wanting to do this and do that. I'm not going to knock people who do that, but I'm just telling you that is not the love that I'm talking about. I'm talking about loving yourself at the core, at that part that's deep down, that's hidden, that you bring out. Sometimes you bring it out when nobody's watching. Some of us have become brave enough to bring it out when people are watching. That's why I'm here too, because I'm sharing myself with you. I'm sharing a part of myself with you, a part that I don't share with too many people. And this is what I've been told to do, right? So Spirit just wants me to do that. It's not like I can get angry with that, because there's always abundance in showing yourself and who you are. All the other stuff, maybe it'll come down the road, I don't know. But for this moment and for this time, seeing myself doing this, whether anybody's watching it, whether anybody's looking at it, I'm happy. And that's the way you should be when you're doing whatever you're doing. That's how you know you should be doing it. When you look back on it and you think to yourself, I'm smart for that. Or I had a wonderful idea. Or that came out beautifully. Or that's some powerful work. We should always see the value in what we create. By seeing the value in what we create, we see the value in ourselves and how we operate and how we fit into the world like a puzzle piece. What our purpose is. And so that's it. And so it's just interesting too, like I was just saying, talking to your guides and getting to know them and them wanting to push and pull in difficult times, wanting to settle your mind down when it's turbulent, like the reading I just did, wanting you to get excited when you're exhausted, wanting just a little bit more from you, wanting you not to hide yourself. That's that sweet shyness. That shyness is a gift, but can be a curse too if you never show yourself. So it's a balancing act, all of it. And working with Spirit is not necessarily easy. It's not like I'm, always trusting. Oh, I'm guided. I'm leading, going this way. I'm going that way. Some people might be to that point, but because I know my team and I know my family, it's we're talking, right? It's family connection. It's family talk. They know me and I know them to some degree. And so they push me forward. They move me forward. And I'm ever thankful for it. But being on here and doing this, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my happiness. If you're here with me, and if you're watching this video, thank you. It means a lot to me. It means that you understand how I speak. You understand how I present myself. This is who I truly am. And really, I'm also here not only because of me, but I'm here because of you. Because I don't know you, but I'm this type of person, and I'm truly and honestly this type of person. I don't know you, but I love you. I love you because you're a human being. I love you because you're a spirit being. I love you because you're created by the Most High. I love you because why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Love is free. Love is powerful. Why not love you? And so, because I love you, and because they share things with me, and because I know things, because I've experienced things, why not share my love for the spirit realm and for the ancestral energies and for spiritual communication with you? And then you share it, and then they share it, and then the spirits are alive, and the ancestors are alive, and life is ever going and ever flowing. It's always continuous, always moving, always transitioning. We're here, we're there, we're everywhere. We're all one, no one above the other. We all exist. We all are fire, we all are Holy Spirit energy. And that's something to give thanks for. I'm about to get a little emotional talking about it, but thank you again. Thank you for being here with me. All right. Peace.